Hello everyone and welcome to the channel, it's UpMaxim again, and we have got two new skins in the game right now, or well, it's one skin that's upgradable into another skin, into a stronger version of it. And if you saw my video that I made about the skin before it was actually, more information was available on it, I was sort of hoping that we would get either we would get the lower one for free, and then, or like doing an event and then we could upgrade it for money, or we are gonna get the lower one for money and we can upgrade it, for doing an event or something, sort of like we had an interesting event with Selena or with the Transformers and so on, and that is sadly not the case. So it's pretty much just flat out another new skin, buy boxes, get vouchers, spend vouchers to get the skin thingy, where the big skin costs as usual, an average of $166 if you buy it, if you just count it, that you need 999 vouchers. You get an average of 5 vouchers because 5 vouchers, 1 to 9, average 5 from each box. And if you buy for $100, you get 120 of them. So basically, you need to use 1.66 of the $100 pack. So you need to buy 2 packs, and you are gonna be left with some more vouchers, or you need to buy one and then buy more, like the $9 ones, to fill until you get enough. And the lower version, actually the lower version costs $299, so that means that it basically costs $9 packs, so it costs $54, which is actually pretty decent if you think about it, because it's actually still a pretty good skin. And you can look at it here, and you're still getting pretty good stuff, like you're still getting army damage, you're still getting 12% passive attack bonus and 2% crit damage, which is, even when you're not using it, so it's still pretty good. That's like so many basically so many decorations that you'd have to buy to get these effects if you're buying these things. If you don't want the full one, but obviously if you're gonna, I think that most people who are gonna be willing to spend $60 for decorations or for this, for the passive effect, are gonna be willing to spend 200 or 166 to get the bigger one, right? But purely mathematically speaking, the lower one is basically almost 50% of the stats for 30% of the value, so it's not that bad. Then again, if we look at the stats, this is basically the same as the Tropical City was, except it's for army. It's a little bit better because of the march size and the march size, but it's still questionable if it's the best army skin. Some other people might say that it's not really that great. There is still arc, which is not that great for you yourself, but you can do the buff and you can stack it with others and can be pretty sick. You also maybe can get Arcadia with the activated march size, but never mind that. You can do Shadow Dragon with the activated 30% all units damage, which is great, but it's only for part of the day, and that's one thing. And then you have some other things like the Forerunner, which then for defense is super broken, but then again, it's only for defense. And you have the Hyperion. The Hyperion is still the best lens skin probably, but it is basically not available anymore. So you could basically only get that in the first two Eternal Lens, pretty much. And you can get this thing, I guess, as well, which is nice as well, obviously. But you would, again, have to spend a lot of stuff from Eternal Lens. You need to participate in multiple Eternal Lens to get it and so on. So let's get back to this one. So I think that for me personally, if I wanted to get an army skin, if I was playing army as my main, I think this one would be maybe my choice, for the reason that it's passive and you don't need to worry about like using it or not using it, or like here using it 5 times a day on the specific marches and so on. But I'm not gonna pay it because for me it's too much money. And that's the thing about the lower version, because it's less money, it's not as bad money-wise, but the question is if it's still worth it, right? Because it's gonna be way less, and then if you compare it to, for instance, Golden Pavilion and so on, okay, of course it's gonna still be way better than the Golden Pavilion, right? But if you compare it to some other things like the Frost Kirin, it's no longer, that much stronger, because the Frost Kirin also gives you percentage, and the lower one gives you 4%, it's and yeah, otherwise it's pretty good, because let's look at, if we basically imagine that I'm land, so I'd have like 500% here for land instead of for navy, and and I have like 45% damage increase on on my Negi. So if you had 500% attack increase and only 45 damage increase, then basically damage increase is just like 3 times more valuable, let's say, or even more than 3 times more valuable. If you're wondering why 3 times and not 10 times, it's because you have to add the 100%, the first 100%, like, you know what I mean, like it's 100% plus 45, so it's the multiplier is 1.45. It's, you know what I mean. And for the attack, it's the 500 plus 100, so it's like 6 times, and the other one is 1.45, and you have to like basically divide these two things together to get the ratio and stuff. So it's a bit more than 3 times stronger every percentage of damage increase than attack increase. Anyway, let's get on one more thing, and that is how the skins actually look in the game. Someone on my alt server has the big one as well, but they changed it back to super miner for the night to mine better and stuff. And here is how the smaller one looks, but the bigger one is gonna be more epic. Apparently, it's bigger. You can see that here. If you look at it, it's just bigger, right? And yeah. And let's take one more look, which is how the actual upgrade looks. This is the window if you buy the small one. If you buy the level one, then basically this window for you is going to change from the two options. For 399, it's going to change into one option with 700. So the price remains completely the same if you first buy the first one and then upgrade it, or if you buy the second one directly. The other thing that is here is now the scorching truck. That you can maybe use your leftover tickets on and vouchers, but you will still maybe need to buy some more and stuff. It looks like this is just a truck full of lava. It's not bad, I guess, but I haven't actually seen it in action. But then again, I don't think it's really worth spending $60 because it's the same value as the smaller, smaller base for a cosmetic item. Because if you already have these, if you're willing to spend that much money, you probably already have one of these other ones, and yeah. And that's just another thing. But the last thing that I wanted to mention was that I think there's gonna be a little bit of a problem with spending your leftover vouchers, because as you see, it literally says that the item will no longer have any effect later on. So I have no idea how we are going to be able to upgrade the rumbling plant later if we only buy rumbling plant. That's one thing. And the other is, I'm not sure exactly what you're gonna spend your remaining vouchers on if you buy 2 times for $100. Because if you look at the other things, then if you don't want to buy the scorching track as well, then these things are so limited. You can spend 27 on the components, you can spend 40 on the rare skill treasure chests, and then like, what is this? Like, no, just no. For not a single level 80 in the game will want this, obviously, for obvious reasons. And then you have premium record vouchers here, and they are basically at a price of 60 cents each. 60 cents for 75 gems. That's not really that great when normally on subscription you're getting 1000 gems per $1, so it's really not good. Okay, it's like 15 times worse value. So it's not 15, you know what I mean, but it's just head math anyway. But it's way worse. So yeah, you're gonna have trouble with spending that. So maybe I think maybe in this case it's better to buy $100 one, and sorry about that, and then buy a few $9 ones to fill it up, then do it the other way around. Anyway, this has been it from me for this. As I said again, am I sad? Maybe. Am I disappointed? Definitely. Was I hoping for an event? Definitely as well. It's just spending money as usual, and yeah. Anyway, it's still though maybe a little bit like going in the right direction with making them a little bit more accessible to people, but still, the big boy skin is still the same price as it was until now, and it's still nowhere near the whale milking we get for exclusive skills on every single new hero. So never mind. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.